Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to my channel, and today's video is about the deployment for machine learning project. In the first 4 to 5 videos I explained you how to do the data cleaning, data analysis, feature engineering, data pre-processing, model training. But now we are actually in a final stage of our project. So in this video I will talk about how to save a machine in some sort of a file, and how called pickle file, and that pickle file contain a model, and how we can utilize that model for the production. So we will use the Streamlit library here. So first of all, I want to tell you how I saved my model. There I got my best model, which was actually a gradient boosting regressor, and it was giving me an R squared of 81%. R square means how the model our fits on a data, how the model fits on a data, which means that 81% my model fits with the data, which means that mean squared error is 70 to I think it's round about 7,02,339. Okay, so this is actually my mean squared error, and it is quite less if I compare it with all it is quite large, and if I compare it with all these things, that it is quite less. So that's why I select this model. So remember, for selecting the best model, try to utilize the mean squared error or negative mean squared error. Try to use that try to use that parameter in term of selecting the best model. And also R2 score is one of the thing. But if the R2 score is high, it doesn't mean that your model is good. Maybe your model overfits, but try to decide your final accuracy in term of mean squared error. So now at the end, I imported the library as pickle library. Pickle, it's a library which enables you to save our model in some sort of a file that you can use for the production. So first of all, I import the pickle file here. After importing the pickle file, I made pickle.dump. Pickle.dump, it will take two parameters. The first is the model. The model is actually the name best model, and the other should be the file name on which file I save. I actually use the I said that create a best model.pickle file, open it and read it. So all the capabilities of this model will be stored in this named file. Okay. So now our main thing is done. Now let's move towards. First of all, I want you to download the Jupyter, download the Visual Studio Code. Then we will start other processing here. So here in that folder, I will turn on. Now how to use that code, how to use that Visual Studio Code. First of all, you need to go to the folder where you have stored your you can say your best model. So here I have that model. I will copy that path. After that, I will open my Anaconda prompt here, and in that I will make current directory as this path. Okay. Now I will go with the code dot. Code dot means open the Visual Studio Code. First of all, I want all of you to to you that install the Visual Studio Code. I have already made this project, but I will make it from the scratch because I want you to understand it from the scratch here. So I have this file. Okay. Now first of all, create a file here. So the file will be application.py. You can name it by as your own. And now create a file. Now after that, I want you to open the terminal here. You can open it from here. Okay. Open it from terminal, and here you have to install pip install Streamlit. You need to install that library. This is actually a Flask. This is actually a web-based library which enables you to deploy or to convert your model into a production site. Production means into a UI application. So after that, you will need to import, first of all, import Streamlit as st. I will copy the code from there just because I will make this process a little bit fast, but don't worry, I will teach you everything. So here, first of all, I imported the libraries. Now let me tell you about it. Is actually the NumPy library. The second is actually the Pandas library. The third one is the Matplotlib library. The fourth one is the Seaborn library. The fifth one is the Pickle. The fourth one is the sixth one is I tell you about the Streamlit. The seventh one is actually label encoder and minmax scaler. I will use the new data. Now what will happen that I have 6, 7, 8 columns, and the ninth one I will have to predict. But you know, in these 7 columns I have sometimes used the label encoder and sometimes I have used the minmax scaler. And also when I will get the new data means the data which I will use for the prediction. I will also apply these things on that data because I have trained my model on the data on which I applied these two things. So in short, I can say the new data which I will get, I will apply these two things. Now, after that, you need to upload the model. You need to read that file. But before reading, I want all of you to open the clean data and just inspect something. So here I inspect that all of these are my columns. All of these are columns. Just inspect these columns and try to you can say analyze these things, that how many columns you have. There are actually a 10 to 12 columns, but I have selected only 8, which I will tell you. And these 8 are found in data after FE, feature data after feature engineering. So first of all, I will import the clean data here. Clean data means if we I will why I importing the clean data. If you compare this with the data after FE, then the data after FE is actually the scale data, and I don't need the scale data here. I don't need to upload the scale data. I will import a simple data. On that data, I will apply the scaling on my own. I don't need that data. So for the prediction, I need this data which I have used in my model. So first of all, upload the load and data and model. Then after that I want load the model. The model is actually the best model. I have loaded the model. Now there will be a question in your mind how I am copying these things. The copying this thing, when I type this thing, it will take a lot of time. But the theme of my video is try to make the things short so that user can't be bored. Now after that we will create a function here. It's actually the pre-processing function. So before giving the data to a model, we need to pre-process the data. How they pre-process the data? We need to take all this data. We need to apply the min-max scaler, the label encoder, and after applying these things, I will get my answer. Okay. Now here, first of all, I want all of you to create a dictionary which will include the new data. Now why to create dictionary? Because this dictionary will store the new data, and as we know, my model takes the data in the form of a data frame. So I will convert this, so I will store the data in the form of a dictionary, which is nothing but the basic form of a data frame. And I will, you can say, I will put this data, I will pre-process the data in the pre-process function, and then I will give this data to my model. So first of all, I will check you these data. First of all, I need to create the variables here. I need to create the variables. I need to create the labels. So there I have used the labels. I have created the labels here. So these are the labels. These are actually the labels which have been stored in my new data. Now all these labels are actually my, you can say, my columns. First of all, the air quality index, it's the first column. It is actually a number column and we can select it by number. Wind direction, this temperature is this rain pH, it is actually a number. Now there is a weather description. What to do for the weather description? I told that you should take all the values that are found in the DF data frame in the weather description, all the unique values, and store it in the weather description. I mean, if in the weather description, if I talk to you by where is the weather description, it will be found in my clean data. So here we have weather description. Where is the weather description? Weather description. Yes, here. Scatter clouds, broken clouds, and overcast clouds. These are actually some unique values. I told my model, I told my application to store these values in a weather description label. The same thing I have done for the time, for the month, and for the date. Now if I run this application, to run this I need to run it streamlit run application.py application.py. Now to run this application, you will see that these columns will be automatically made for me. That's the power of a streamlit. If I talk to you by enter the description of weather, so it includes all the values. Now if I click on the there is no prediction button, so I will create this prediction button. But before that, I want to create a title here which will be commuter behavior prediction, commuter behavior predictor. If you don't know about my this project, then you should watch how to select the best model for the training. Here I explained you all the thing about the data set. But I will explain you in a short manner that it's actually 9 to 8 columns. These columns are used for the traffic prediction. So this project will be useful when it comes to our coming the traffic here. So after that, we have created these columns. Now we need to do some pre-processing on these columns. Sorry, we have created these columns or features. We need to do some pre-processing on these columns. How I can do? I have the code of pre-processing. I have prepared this code. It took me around 1.5 hours, but I don't want to waste your time, so that's why I'm copying all these things. It is actually a pre-processing code. So before that, I need to import the libraries here. Don't worry. I will explain you everything. Okay. So after loading the model, uh, after loading the model, after loading the model, I basically create two variables here. The first one is the categorical variables, which will store my all the categories which are used for the prediction. The second is the numerical variable. Now for the categorical variable, I make a function label encoder. Label encoder means, as I told you, it will include the values, and for the numerical features, I applied the min max scalar. So LEDict and LE scalar, these two contains the scaled values and the labeled values. Now for this function will actually take the new data. It will actually take this data, and after taking this data, after taking this data, if you skip this thing, so it will also be okay. If you skip this line, it will also be okay. But I will recommend you to do this thing. Don't skip it, because if you skip this thing, then we will have to do some more coding and some more logics building. But in short, I will tell you that this is actually the data which is found in these columns. So we will create basically two variables which can learn from this data, and we will apply that things into the knowledge it will learn from this data will be applied to the new data. So if you are confused, then I will try to mix up this thing. I will try to again start this project here. First of all, I import the CSV file. In that CSV file, I first of all separate the things: categorical variables and numerical features. After that, I create two variable. In that two variable, first of all, I transform these variables. I transform these into some encoded values, and I also performed some scaling on numerical features. So after applying these things, these two variables have the knowledge about these things, and these two variables these two variables have been fitted on this data. It is just like a model. So which means that these two variables know everything about this data. Now this knowledge will be applied on the new data, which will take on the input. So for this purpose, first of all, it will take the new data here. If this function will take the new data will be all the data here, all the data. It will perform for the categorical features. It will perform the transformation here. It will transform LEDict. LEDict will transform these things. Now how this logic works. So first of all, we will take these categorical features and we will iterate to these things. So in the new data, which have the column which have the same column as this column. For example, our first variable is weather description. so it will iterate to the weather description. So in the new data with at the place of that weather description, we will replace the values of these. We will replace the values of encoded values of this column. The same thing we will do for all these things. For scaling, in the for scaling, the first column we have air quality index. So in the place of this air quality index, we will replace the knowledge of this air quality index, pollution index, and we will do all these things. After that, we will concatenate these two things. After that, we will concatenate these two things, and of the concatenation, my function will return me this thing, and it will be in the standard reshape 1 by minus 1. So after that, we will create a button here. Now my dataset is ready. If st dot button, if st dot button, if st dot button is predict, if st dot button is predict, then we will copy paste all this code, because I am copy pasting you for a reason, because it will take some time. If Okay, I will tell you how this code works. If there is, if there is a button predict and the user press, first of all, pass the new data, pass the data, the new this new data to the pre-processed data, to pass it to the that pre-processed data. After, we will get a value new data pre and store it in a new data pre-processed. After, you can store this new data pre-processed to the you can put this in a model, and our model will give us a prediction. Now it has been saved. Let's run it. Streamlit run, Streamlit run application.py, application.py. So now take this value as 200, air quality index, take the value of wind as 300, take the number of days as 7, and predict. Now it has been predicted. In the minus, there will minus 136 people, which means there will nothing people, there is a less probability that there will be less people. There will be more people, there is a less probability. So if I change these things, if I change this to 2, if I change this into 200, then our value will be automatically change. So this is actually from my side. Subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon. If you are confused about some part, tell me, I will tell you in the comment section. And till now, bye bye. May God bless you, God bless you all.